in '95, I wrote basically, I think the first or close to the first maps, directions, internet, white pages and yellow pages on the internet. Um, I just wrote that personally, and I didn't even use a web server. I just read the port directly because I couldn't afford, and I couldn't afford a T1. Uh, the original office was on Sherman Avenue in Palo Alto. There was like an ISP on the floor below, so I drilled a hole through the floor and just ran a LAN cable directly to the ISP. Um, and my brother joined me and another co-founder, Greg Curry, who passed away, and we at the time we couldn't even afford a place to stay, so we just the office was $500 a month, so we just slept in the office and then showered at the YMCA on Page Mill and El Camino. We did build a lot of really good software technology, but we're somewhat captured by the legacy media companies, and that Knight Ridder, New York Times, and the Hearst, whatnot, were investors and customers and also on the board. So they kept wanting to use our software in ways that made no sense. Um, so I wanted to go direct to consumers. Anyway, it's a long story, dwelling too much on Zip2, but I really just wanted to do something useful on the internet. Because I had two choices, like do a PhD and watch people build the internet, or help build the internet in some small way. And I was like, well, I guess I can always try and fail and then go back to grad studies. Um, and anyway, that ended up being like reasonably successful. It sold for like $300 million, which was a lot at the time. I should point out that I didn't actually at first intend to start a company. I tried to get a job at Netscape. I sent my resume into Netscape, and Mark Andreessen knows about this. And but I don't think he ever saw my resume, and then nobody responded. So and then I tried hanging out in the lobby of Netscape to see if I could like bump into someone, but I was like too shy to talk to anyone. So I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. So I'll just write software myself and see how it goes. So it wasn't actually from the standpoint of like I want to start a company. I just want to be part of building, the internet in some way. And since I couldn't get a job at an internet company, I had to start an internet company.
I guess I'm kind of curious, going back to the Zip2 moment, you had hundreds of millions of dollars, or you had an exit of worth hundreds of millions of
Yeah, I mean,
dollars.
I got $20 million
Right.
before
Okay,
that.
so you solved the money problem at least. And you basically took it and you kept rolling with X.com, which
Yeah.
became PayPal and Confinity.
Yes. I kept the chips on the